In basketball, having a smooth, effortless shooting form is no accident. A graceful, offensive move that can make baskets at a high rate is the outcome of deliberate practice. As the greatest shooters in NBA history often say, it's all about repetition. The NBA has seen its share of players with shooting forms that look plain ugly. On the other end, it has also had iconic players with the prettiest strokes. It's no accident either that they're among the best shooters in NBA history. This is a list of 10 NBA players with the most elegant shooting forms. This might as well be a list of players who have also made thousands of long-range bombs at a high rate. Who's your pick for prettiest shooting stroke of all time? Honorable mentions. Best shooting forms. Here are some shooters that just missed making the list. Larry Bird, winner of the first 3 editions of the three-point contest and a member of the elite 50-40-90 club, Larry Bird's overhead shooting stroke was unorthodox, but it worked. Klay Thompson, record holder of the most made threes by a player in a single game, and also known for beating his co-splash brother in the 2016 three-point contest, Klay Thompson's quick release anchored by a wide leg base is another shooting form that almost made it into the top 10. Craig Hodges, another 3-time three-point contest winner, Craig Hodges had a simple and mechanical release that got him to shoot 49% from deep in one season. Kobe Bryant. I remember when the NBA marketed Kobe's fadeaway jumper as the most unguardable shot in the modern NBA. It was the successor to Kareem's skyhook. Kobe's jump shot was magnificent, and it serves as the bridge between MJ's style and the one we know of today among the NBA's best 2 guards. 10. Peja Stojakovic, NBA career, 1998-2011, career field goal percent, 45, career three-point percent, 40, career free throw percent, 89, three-pointers, made, 1,070, accolades, NBA champion, 3-time All-Star, All-NBA second-team selection, and 2-time three-point contest champion. Peja, or Predrag, Stojakovic was a popular core player of the early 2000s Sacramento Kings. The team nearly drove a wedge between the Los Angeles Lakers and their dynasty ambitions. Peja was respected throughout the NBA for his shooting talent, and he was validated with his 2 wins at the annual three-point contest. What made him great, however, was his appeal to the NBA fan base. Many non-professionals, especially young basketball enthusiasts, lack the strength to hoist the basketball from deep. Peja's shooting form served as an encouragement to fans all over the world. Despite his unconventional form, he was able to make over 1,000 three-pointers in his career. He did so with high efficiency and serving mainly as a role player. His form was unorthodox in the way that he lifted the ball towards his left side, but he extended his shot and follow-through on his shooting right hand. When viewed in real time, his jump shot might not look weird, especially with his fast and compact motion. His left-to-right movement resembled that of Lonzo Ball and Kevin Durant. Peja, however, made it look silky smooth, especially since he made a lot of balls go through the hoop. 9. Bradley Beal, NBA career, 2012 to present, career field goal percent, 46, career three-point percent, 37, career free throw percent, 82, three-pointers, made, 1,514, accolades, 3-time All-Star, All-NBA third-team selection, and All-Rookie first-team selection. Let's say you're a shooting coach and we're teaching someone to shoot for the first time. Whose form would you show your student? You would likely show them Bradley Beal's shooting style, which looks textbook perfect at every point of his shooting motion. For a guard with a small frame, Beal's shooting form looks like that of a player who is 6'6" to 6'9". At times, I find it inexplicable how he's able to shoot effortlessly with this form while using a full jump. Beal may not have won any three-point contests thus far in his career, but he has participated twice in the contest. His form is picture-perfect. The placement of his elbows, the non-interference of his left hand, his footwork, his knees, the timing of his jump, and his follow-through are all flawless. It all comes together to produce a gorgeous jumper. 8. Kyle Korver, NBA career, 2003-2020, career field goal percent, 44, career three-point percent, 42, career free throw percent, 87, three-pointers, made, 2,450, accolades, one-time All-Star. Kyle Korver is the epitome of someone who had built an NBA career out of being a sought-after sharpshooter. Not to be confused with Zac Efron as Troy Bolton when he played for the 76ers and the Jazz, Korver made his millions hoisting three-pointers. He was only 111 three-pointers short of surpassing Reggie Miller. Aside from Bradley Beal's form, Korver's jump shot is also a perfect example of what you would show someone who's trying to improve their shooting form. His motion is quick and compact, and he never blocks his face with his shooting hand. Watching his jump shot in slow motion, you'll notice how he maximizes power on his shot, going straight up and slightly leaning on his shooting side. Korver came just short of winning an NBA title. He was LeBron's most reliable shooter during their deep playoff runs in 2017 and 2018. Korver was sort of LeBron's Mike Miller or Ray Allen. 7. Kevin Durant. NBA career, 2007 to present. Career field goal percent, 49. Career three-point percent, 38. Career free throw percent, 88. Three-pointers, made, 1,863. Accolades, two-time NBA champion, two-time Finals MVP, NBA MVP, 13-time All-Star, two-time All-Star Game MVP, six-time All-NBA First-Team Selection, four-time All-NBA Second-Team Selection, Rookie of the Year, and All-Rookie First-Team Selection. Kevin, the Slim Reaper. Durant has destroyed many opponents with his scoring versatility, but his jump shot has been his primary weapon. Durant has consistently topped mid-range proficiency in the NBA, proving how lethal his pull-up jumper can be. The beauty of his form is emphasized in his free throw motion, where the sharpness of his elbows, as well as the sheer length of his arms, are on full display. Whenever I play NBA video games, such as those in the NBA 2K series, I marvel at the motion capture work they did for Durant's shooting form. Most of the MyPlayer characters that I create in the game use Kevin Durant's free throw and jump shot motion. His form is just pretty to look at, and it's also easy to control in the game. For someone at least 6'10", who has played in the NBA, Durant might be the best shooter there ever was. He's great at shooting on the spot, from a dribble, stepping back, fading away, you name it. Durant can gracefully score from any situation. 6. Michael Jordan. Accolades: six-time NBA champion, six-time NBA Finals MVP, five-time NBA MVP, 14-time All-Star, three-time All-Star Game MVP, 10-time All-NBA First-Team Selection, All-NBA Second-Team Selection, Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All-Defensive First-Team Selection, Rookie of the Year, All-Rookie First-Team Selection, and two-time Hall of Fame inductee. I hesitated at first on placing Michael Jordan in a ranking that mainly featured prolific long-range shooters. As my first major criteria was the player's ability to shoot from three and beyond, Jordan seems disqualified from this list. I couldn't turn a blind eye, however, on his unquestionable influence on the superstars that succeeded him, which happens to be benchmark number 2. His legacy, as far as his shooting style is concerned, is beyond question. Think for a moment about the most iconic game-winning jumpers in NBA history. While there are many of those, Jordan's shot over Craig Alo, where he hung in the air for what felt like an eternity, and the shot to seal the second three-peat while pushing off Brian Russell, likely an offensive foul in today's rules, come to mind in an instant. The Jordan brand logo might as well use Michael's jump shot silhouette as a secondary trademark. It's absolutely beautiful. Many two guards have followed in MJ's footsteps, emulating a pretty-looking jumper that's effective in a variety of scoring situations. Kobe Bryant improved upon MJ's style. 5. Steve Nash. Accolades: two-time NBA MVP, 8-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA First-Team Selection, 2-time All-NBA Second-Team Selection, and Hall of Fame inductee. It's rare to find a sharpshooter who is more popularly known for his passing ability. Oftentimes, NBA players who are skilled at setting up open teammates aren't so good at shooting the basketball. But Steve Nash was the exception. He was elite, both in being a playmaker and shotmaker. Nash was like Mark Price 2.0. He was an upgraded version of the talented passer-shooter guard of the previous decade. It's worth noting that both Nash and Price shot at least 40% from three and 90% from the foul line for their careers. You might argue that Steph Curry is the enhanced version of Steve Nash, and it's no coincidence why Nash became a player development consultant for the Warriors when he retired. Nash's shooting style is one of the best shooting forms a small guard could have. His free throw routine highlights his simple motion of gathering strength from the knees, channeling all that power with almost no waste. It all goes into one of the best follow-throughs you'll ever see. His pull-up jumper from the three-point line while leading the fast break is iconic, and he was the precursor to one of Steph Curry's classic moves. You'll also be amazed at his balance when he shoots one-legged runners against unsuspecting defenders. Nash's scoring talent was overshadowed by his brilliance as a passer. 4. Reggie Miller. Accolades: 5-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA third-team selection, and Hall of Fame inductee. If there's one player from the 90s who would have had an even better career had he played in the modern NBA, it would be Reggie Miller. Miller may have been a scrawny, frail-looking athlete, but he was hard-nosed. He thrived in an era where hard fouls were commonplace and where many strong anchors of the painted area had existed. Miller's prime as an athlete coincided with a time in the NBA when posting up and ISO ball were the usual plays that coaches drew up. He was, however, built different. He would run around the half-court to find an open space to unleash his lethal jump shot. He was troublesome for the guy tasked to check him for an entire game. He was a handful, even for someone like Michael Jordan. What's more impressive is that Miller played this way during an era where the rules didn't promote the success of his play style. Imagine if he played today. How many threes per game would a 6'7", lightning-quick, hyper-competitive player make? It's a wild hypothetical. Some might argue that Miller's shooting form looks unpleasant. I would disagree. The beauty of Miller's form is how effortless and simple it looks every time. The follow-through might emphasize his bony frame, as both his arms are held up in the air, but the speed at which his shot unfolds spells inevitability. He was the original quick trigger, ahead of the shooting legends we know today, the likes of Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. 3. Steph Curry. NBA career: 2009. Present: career field goal percent, 47. Career three-point percent, 42. Career free throw percent, 90. Three-pointers made, 3,390. Accolades: 4-time NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, 2-time NBA MVP, 9-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, 4-time All-NBA first-team selection, 4-time All-NBA second-team selection, All-NBA third-team selection, All-Rookie first-team selection, and 2-time three-point contest champion. There's simply no way that the undisputed greatest shooter in basketball history could not crack the top 3 in this ranking. But as much as I wanted to give him the crown for having the best shooting form ever, I found that his stroke was only one component of his talent as a shooter. Imagine you had Steph Curry's shooting motion, but didn't have his handles. Do you think you would be a successful shooter off the dribble? Would you even come close to his percentages? And say you only had half of Steph's stamina, footwork, and conditioning? Could you even maintain the quality of shots he takes for a full game? The quick answer to all of these questions is no. Curry's shooting prowess is a combination of his masterful shooting stroke, superb ball-handling skills, refined footwork, and unfaltering stamina. And while he does have one of the prettiest strokes, an ultra-fast but fluid set shot that optimizes the transfer of energy from the lower to upper body, with a high release point, he falls just short of the 2 prettiest shooting forms ever. 2. Dirk Nowitzki. Accolades: NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, 14-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA first-team selection, 5-time All-NBA second-team selection, 3-time All-NBA third-team selection, three-point contest champion, and Hall of Fame inductee. This might come as a surprise to many, but I ranked Dirk Nowitzki as having the second-best shooting form in NBA history. Here's why. Did he efficiently make a large amount of three-pointers? Yes. Was his shooting style influential? Of course. Did he have a pretty-looking shooting form? Absolutely. As far as my three-pronged test goes, Nowitzki passes with flying colors. Now that I've laid out why he deserves to be on this list, allow me to argue why he deserves the number 2 spot. The mark of an effective shooting form is how well you can protect the ball. When you think of it this way, you can quickly argue that a shooting form like Steph Curry's or Peja Stojakovic's would be considered bad. Steph flashes the ball right in front of you while releasing it midway in his jump, instead of the apex, and Peja swings the ball to his left, enabling diligent defenders who've scouted him to strip or block his shot before he transfers it to his strong side. Dirk, on the other hand, has one of the most secure shooting forms. Not only is he 7 feet tall, but his high release point makes it nearly impossible to even contest his shot. Unlike Steph or Peja, Dirk doesn't need to compensate using a move, or ask for a screen, or move quickly around the court to generate a good look. Simply put, he can pull up for a shot from a standstill, making a statue out of a defender. And unlike Durant or Jordan, Nowitzki barely had any athletic gifts. He had to rely on a well-protected shooting form, albeit in slow motion, done in perfect detail. 1. Ray Allen, NBA career, 1996-2014. Career field goal percent, 45. Career three-point percent, 40. Career free throw percent, 89. Three-pointers, made, 2,973. Accolades: two-time NBA champion, 10-time All-Star, All-NBA second-team selection, All-NBA third-team selection, three-point contest champion, All-Rookie second-team selection, and Hall of Fame inductee. The best shooting form in NBA history goes to none other than Ray Allen. If there's one word to describe Allen's stroke, it's robotic. It looks the same every time, and it's not something any normal human being could pull off within a day of practice. Before Steph Curry came into the picture, Allen was widely considered to be the greatest shooter ever. He had taken Reggie Miller's play style to another level, and for his career, he had also hit some of the most iconic shots in basketball history, perhaps having made the greatest one of them all. Allen's commitment to the craft of shooting is widely known. He would arrive to arenas several hours before pre-game shoot-arounds to practice repetitions of his jump shot. While he never managed to change the game the way Curry did, he was still considered the best shooter of his time. Clayton Jeffries details Ray Allen's inspiring story in an comprehensive biography. It includes how Allen developed a relentless work ethic that led to a picture-perfect shooting form. Examining the details of his shooting motion, you'll notice how all the muscles of his body, from his legs to his abdomen to his chest, work to produce a powerful yet soft release. Unlike Steph, Allen releases the ball at the apex of his jump, and he never covers his face. Unlike Stojakovic or Durant, the ball stays on one side for the whole duration of his shooting motion. What's beautiful about Ray's shooting form is that ordinary people, even if they tried hard, wouldn't be able to replicate it after a few months of training. It's so technically sound, compact, effortless, quick, and effective. Best of all, it is a sight to behold.